today I've got another lightweight carbon goodie for you guys to check out. This is from a brand called Gemini, based out of Barcelona, Spain, and it's another carbon mountain bike handlebar. So this handlebar is going on a new project of mine. I just bought a new cross-country race bike, full suspension, and I want to lighten that up a little bit too, just because, you know, I am a little bit of a weight weenie. And I was considering buying another Darimo, all right, the Darimo carbon flat bar, which I bought for my highball. But I figured, you know what, I kind of want to try something a little different, see if there's any other better options or at least different options out there. And I ended up finding this from Gemini, which is a brand I had not heard of before, but after I did some more research, it seems like they have quite a few interesting products that people seem to like quite a bit. And so I ended up buying this handlebar. So in today's video, we're going to check out the handlebar, see what it looks like. I'm gonna go over the specific details of the handlebar, and then I'll give you my first impressions. Now, I won't be able to actually ride the handlebar today. I'm gonna be installing it in a future video. And in that video, I will do a full sort of long-term review. There's no real point in me giving you a review of it after one day or one ride, because at the end of the day, I need to sort of see how it actually works over time, make sure it's durable. And so look out for that in a future video. But again, today, sort of first impression, first look, and some basic information on the Gemini Wässat, as it's called, W-A-S-S-A-T. I don't know how to pronounce that, Wässat handlebar. Let's check it out. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. And as you can see, nice box here with the Gemini logo on the front. It looks really nice. And if we just go ahead and open this guy up, we can see our handlebar. I did opt for the glossy finish, and it is indeed quite glossy. I think it looks really nice. So let's go ahead and pop this guy out. And here we are, Gemini Wässat. Gemini, it's a Spanish manufacturer of carbon products. They have two sort of, well, one really kind of well-known product, at least in the kind of weight weenie community, and that's called the Propus, and that is an integrated bar and stem combo, which is ridiculously light. I don't have the weight off the top of my head. I'll post it down below. It's also ridiculously expensive. I'll also put the price down below. I did kind of look at that, but I was like, you know what? That's way too expensive, and also you can't really play around with different stem lengths, because once you buy it, you're kind of locked in. And since I haven't exactly figured out my fit on this new bike yet, I figured it'd be a better idea to go with just a standard bar, and then I can find the stem that works for it a little bit later. It comes in a couple different configurations and options. Obviously, you can either go with gloss, which is what I went for here, or matte. The handlebar is available in a bunch of different widths if you contact Gemini directly. So if you order through their website, you can choose between 600 millimeters, I believe, to about 800 millimeters, but they only sell it in 760 millimeters stock. So if you buy it from a different retailer, that's the only width you can buy, but you can cut it down. They do have these little markings here on the side, as you can maybe see. And so essentially you can cut down the handlebar to whatever width you want below 760 millimeters. Handlebar also only comes in one configuration with sweep. So it's 7 degrees back sweep and 5 degrees up sweep. That is the only option as far as I can tell. I'm not sure if they can do a custom sweep. Might be worth asking, but that seems to be the only option you can buy it in. And it is made out of Mitsubishi MR70 carbon, which is supposed to be one of the better carbon layups out there. Now, there are two different layup options for this handlebar. You can either go with the lightweight option or lightweight layup, which is obviously lighter than the other option. And then you can get the performance layup, which is meant to be a little bit more durable, right? They say that the lightweight option is, again, obviously people trying to maximize every single gram. In the lightweight layup, you do have a 90 kilo weight limit, which is, I should know this, probably about 190 pounds-ish, right? And so if that includes your weight, right? Plus your gear, your clothes. If you have any sort of bags on here, that's gonna count against you too. I probably wouldn't go bike packing with this, but you do you. So you do have to be mindful of that. If you're a heavier person, this might not be the best option for you, but again, it is super lightweight at 99 grams advertised. If you want a handlebar without any weight limit whatsoever, you can get the performance model, which is what I have here, which is advertised at 130 grams, but there is no weight limit. So it should be a little bit stronger. According to Gemini, both of these pass the ISO 4210 test, which is meant to sort of check the braking resistance of products. So they should both be safe, but they do kind of say on their website that the lightweight one is probably not going to fare super well in a crash, whereas this is meant to withstand the forces of a crash a little bit better. So depending on what kind of riding you do, you may want to go with the lightweight option or go with the performance, which is what I did because I'm putting this on a full suspension cross-country race bike and crashes happen. In terms of pricing, you're looking at 219 euros for the handlebar. I have not found, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't found any US retailers, so you are going to have to buy them from Europe. The good news for you though is if you are in the US, you don't actually have to pay tax on these products since they are made in Europe and from European companies. And essentially that brings the price down quite a bit for you. So if you're in Europe, you're going to be paying 219 euros. But if you buy it from the US, yes, you have to pay shipping, but you're paying 184 euros, which you can do the conversion based on today's exchange rate, but that is quite a bit cheaper. And that is kind of a nice, added bonus. Yeah, you got to wait a little bit longer, you got to pay shipping, but that is a bonus for us in the US. We pay a little bit less tax on these European goods. Let's go ahead, head over to the workbench, do some quick close-ups of the handlebar. Let's get some actual weights on it, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts on the handlebar based on this first impression. Again, in a later video, I'll install it, take it for a ride, and tell you how it does. Okay, and here is the Gemini Wässat handlebar, as I mentioned earlier. I think it looks really nice, actually. It's got kind of a unique shape here in the middle. As you can see here, kind of this kind of like, not rounded shape. Not really even ovalized. I don't really know how to explain it. Now, obviously where you clamp it, it's rounded, but this section right here, where it sort of flares out before it comes into the rounded section again, kind of has a unique shape. I'm not exactly sure if there's a sort of like engineering purpose for it or if it's just meant for looks, but I do think it looks really nice. So that is nice. Okay, so Gemini Wässat, as you can see here, glossy all the way through. Here you have the area where you can cut, and it kind of has these markers here to tell you how much you're cutting. All in all, really nice product, I have to say. Looks really nice. So let's go ahead and let's get an actual weight on here. So this is the performance model, which should come in at 130 grams. Let's see whether or not that is accurate. Okay, so Gemini Wässat 136, so a little bit overweight, about 6 grams overweight. Not a huge deal, but a little bit frustrating, I have to say, because 6 grams on a lightweight product is quite a big percentage, but still rather lightweight. And like I said, no weight limit on this performance model. The lightweight model should be 99 grams according to Gemini in the 760 length. Obviously, I don't have that with me to test that, but it does seem that other people who have tested it seem to be relatively close to that 99 gram target weight. So there it is, the Gemini Wässat carbon handlebar coming in at about 136 grams in the performance model. Really nice and lightweight, really good looking handlebar, I think, in my opinion. I love the shape of it. Glossy finish, looks really nice. And yeah, I'm excited to get it on my bike and see how it does. Again, I will be giving you a full review of the bike a little bit later once I have some experience with it and some miles on it, or sorry, of the bar. But that's kind of it for today. So let me know down below what you think of the Gemini Wässat. Do you have one? Do you have experience with it? Are you interested in buying one? Do you think it's too light? Do you think it's whatever? Let me know down below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will catch you on the next video. See you later.